Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to United States U20 versus Morocco U20, the FIFA U20 World Cup quarterfinals. Mexico lost yesterday. Can a CONCACAF team win today? The United States, who have also done very well at this tournament, start off beating the hell out of New Caledonia, and they beat some really good teams. They beat Italy heavily. They had a really good group stage. Morocco, of course, came out of the same group as Mexico. So, interesting is what I'll say. We have a very interesting game to be watching. Very interesting. Teams are about to walk out, and we'll have fun with it. So, we're here for USA versus Morocco. Let's hope lightning strikes twice, like it did for the Olympics last year. Mostly that was the review, but still, let's see if the stream has any of it. They did lose to South Africa 2-1. They did. But they beat France 3-0, and they beat Italy 3-0. So, in theory, you would think the USA has a good chance of winning this game. It's going to be tight, though. France, of course, playing Norway, the second semifinal or quarterfinal today. The winner of these two games will play each other in the semifinal. Could be France, could be Norway against either of these two teams. Estados Unidos, sub-20 contra Marruecos, sub-20, la Mundial de la sub-20 de la FIFA, cuartos de final. We are here, we are ready. And starting 11s are as follows. For the USA in goal, we have Adam Beaudry, the back four. Nolan Norris, Joshua Winder. We have Ethan Kohler and Francis Westfield. The midfield three of Benjamin Kramashki. We have Brooklyn Rains and Sakiris. And up top, we have Cole Campbell. We have Xavier Goso and Matthew Corcoran. For Morocco in goal, we have Yanis Benashuch. We have the back four of Ali Mamad. We have Ismail Baouf. We have Ismail Bakhti. We have Fouad Zahuani. The midfield two, defensively, Yassine Khalifi. We have Naim Bayer. The attacking midfield three of Othman Mama. Othman Mama. Okay. We have Saad El Haddad. We have Jassine Yassin and Yassir Zabri from Morocco. The U.S. anthem being played. They're wearing their white jerseys. You could tell under their jacket, it's the white jersey. How we doing, Winvo? It's the Winvo Derby, yeah. I just realized, yeah, it's the Winvo Derby. Had to do it, sorry. With that being said, Moroccan anthem will be next. We'll get ready to go. And we will move. This is the first stream of the night. I will review this game. Even if it goes to extra time, I still have a chance. I still would be able to review this game and at least get it on YouTube before we do the Blue Jays. Then we'll be live for Mariners and Blue Jays, ALCS Game 1, and review that as well. So, a very busy afternoon and evening for us. Morocco wearing their red, I would presume. Red jackets, though. How we doing, Son? How we doing? So, score prediction. I say 2-1 USA. 2-1 USA. It's going to be a tough match, but I think they get it done. How we doing, Nestor? How we doing? And here we go. Teams shaking hands. Italy drew versus Cuba, even though they have 10 men. Well, yeah, that happened, what, a week ago or so? USA's going to make history is today. I'd say so. Starting 11, Beaudry, Norris, Winder, Kohler, Westfield, Rains, Sakiris, Corcoran, Campbell, Gozo, and Kromashki. And Mitrovic is the coach. Oh, God. No! No, Mitrovic against Morocco? Oh, no, I have PTSD. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Oh, no, not again. Reed Baker-Whiting on the bench, Habrun on the bench, Bombino on the bench, Cobb on the bench. Mitrovic is the coach against Morocco. I have PTSD. I have PTSD. Holy shit, dude. $4-0 loading. For who? Because let's remember, Mitrovic was the coach during the Olympics when that shit show happened that made me get a 10K viewed video. If we remember. Well, actually, no, almost 20K views. Holy shit. Morocco 4-0 USA. Center ref Kevin Ortega. Thoughts on Mexico losing to Colombia 4-0. I don't know what the hell happened, but it seems to me y'all suck. I forgot it did that good. 16K views in the first, 3 days, and then it's gotten up to freaking 18.4K views at last year's video. See why I'm doing this game? Starting 11, Benachuch, Zawani, Bakhti, Baouf, Mamad, Khalifi, BR, Yassin, El Haddad, Mama, and Zabiri. Morocco, they're dominant. How we doing, Dillon? No, the bad part is the fact that no, the bad part is the fact that Mitrovic is the coach. I remember that game in the Olympics, and I was losing my shit because Mitrovic basically blew the whole thing. Brazil versus Japan prediction. Shit. I say Japan wins 2-0. 2-0 Japan. Chargers going to win. Good. They did not win as dominantly as I thought, though, when it was a get-back game. But either way, teams are about to get going. Bad part is Morocco's on so many yellows. True. How did Mexico get destroyed by Colombia? They got destroyed. It's pretty simple. Colombia was the better team. They played their best 11, and Mexico looked like absolute crap. Any questions? Awesome. Nice. I mean, Canadian swimming's getting good. I don't know how much of that was diving and synchronized, but like swimming, they're doing well. And we're off 0-0. Morocco wearing red. USA wearing white. The team looks really good, I gotta say. Yeah. Playing forward, USA, can they figure this out? Can this USA team and Spada Mitrovic get revenge for the Olympics last year? Even though barely anybody on this roster was in the Olympics. Shot blocked! And that was a really good early chance from the United States. Probably want more out of it, but that was a really good early chance. If you're playing Morocco, you got to hit them early, and that's out for a corner for the United States. Early chances, that is the name of the game here. Good cross in, good block by a defender. Not afraid to take a shot off the leg, and it makes sure it gets cleared. So far, good. Big early defensive block there for Morocco. I agree. But for the USA, at least they're already up there and making plays or trying to make plays. 2 minutes in. Scoreboard. 0-0. All right. We'll do it. Since you asked. There you go. I don't know why it would be. My headphones aren't connected, so my bad. I'm sorry. Canada got their pockets picked. I agree. And Colombia ain't going to be much prettier, but the good news is we probably won't get Colombia's best 11 because Mexico got owned by that best 11. So I would guess we're probably going to get a little bit of a rotation. I didn't say it was going to make it any prettier, but if we don't lose 4-0, I'm happy. If Canada only loses like 1-0 or 2-0, I'll flex it. I don't care. What do you think of the Moroccan team's current performance? If we're talking about the senior team, I think they're solid. I think believing them to go to the semifinals again in the World Cup is going to be a reach. They can, but that was a perfect run. But they're a solid team that can win the AFCON. If we're talking about the U20s, the USA's taking the game to them, which I'm kind of shocked about. Let's see how that turns. I thought this game would be tough, and so far it don't look so tough. Good defensive positioning, though, for Morocco U20, though. But other than that, this does not look as tough as I thought it would. Oh, I was like, how we doing, Risklander? So the men's team, I think they're solid. They could definitely win the AFCON, the World Cup. You're probably not going to hit your high water mark, but would I be surprised if you did again? No, not really, but things would have to kind of go perfectly for that to happen again. But then again, you could say that for any team, really. Also, we don't know the draw yet, so I can't really talk on that. Depends on what you get. How we doing, Sean? You really get a tough group, and then boom, you're not. Changes everything. So it depends. U20. I agree. I'm not saying you're wrong. For me, Morocco's still the favorite. And I think they host the tournament this year. So that if the same thing happens like with Ivory Coast, you know, but you're not wrong. I mean, Senegal and Algeria definitely have something to say about that. Ivory Coast, they may have something to say about it. Egypt could have something to say about that. playing forward. Mexico did get packed up. Panthers win 30-27. Oh, no. Possible. They're looking good right now. See, it depends. The football on the pitch, no. I think the football will be amazing. The surrounding circumstances are going to be trash. The surrounding situations of the World Cup are going to be trash, but the football on the field is going to be good. But everything else is going to be a train wreck, is my opinion. Like, I think the tournament and the situations in the cities around the tournament, at least on the American side, is going to be an absolute train wreck. The football is going to be fine, though. But, I mean, you could even argue that Qatar had amazing football and train wreck PR. Like Grant Wall, right? I'm not saying they did, but when he died, people were like, did Qatar kill him? Like, he wore the pro-LGBTQ shirt, and then he died like a week later. So we all questioned, like, did Qatar just kill Grant Wall? Which turns out they didn't. It was a aneurysm, I think, a stroke aneurysm, some of that ilk, which I'm glad it was. I think his brother still believes Qatar killed him, but other than that, I'm glad it was natural causes. Even though he passed very young and it's sad he passed, I'm glad that it wasn't an international incident. Or I'm just glad it was natural causes. But again, Qatar also had their PR shit shows while having amazing football. So I think we're in for a similar, maybe no foreign. I don't think a foreign, well, who knows? You don't know. I would pray a foreign rider doesn't die, especially if it's a country that's against the USA. Then again, Trump probably thinks everybody's against the USA, so that really doesn't narrow it down. But either way. Agreed. I agree. We can't break down a bus to save our lives. Traffic's going to be a nightmare? Yeah. On the field, yes. Again, there was PR shit shows for sure. I would do a mile high. Broncos won. I'm happy for y'all. Who's pitching for the Jays tonight? It is Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman. And then tomorrow's Trey is Savage, I would assume. And then game 3 would be Bieber. Game 4 would be Bassett or Scherzer. Game 5, I'm not sure. Game 6, Gausman. Game 7, Savage. Probably a bullpen for game 5. Or they could just go Bassett, Scherzer, Gausman, Savage. We really need a 2-0, 3-0 lead going into frickin'. Bieber got to show up. Playing forward. That's the way it goes. Yeah. But again, I'm not saying, I'm focusing on the football. Like, I thought Qatar had an amazing World Cup on the pitch. And at the time, and I guess the Grant Wall thing isn't a PR shit show anymore, considering we found out they didn't kill him. Considering we found out it was an aneurysm, they didn't kill him. But I think, well, I don't know if he knew, but either way. Either way. But I remember when it happened. Like, I remember point blank period. And I wasn't the only one. When Grant Wall died, there was a lot of people like, did they poison him? Did they kill him? It was like, it's a USA game. I have a Josie Outdoor USA jersey because he played for TFC. It's called, have I not said this before? I have a jersey collection. I have no problem wearing anybody's jersey but a Montreal jersey. If I'm covering a game of that certain team and I have their jersey, I'm going to wear it. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. If anything, it might be a one-sided rivalry. Maybe on the women's side, okay, no, on the women's side it is, but on the men's side it is not. And if it is, it's a one-sided rivalry. Okay, but this ain't the women's team. This ain't the women's team, so it doesn't matter. The women's is a rivalry. Now that's a rivalry because they were the top two teams in women's football when I was growing up. It was USA and Canada. Now that's a rivalry. The men's side, it may be one-sided, and the side it's a rivalry on is Canada's. I guarantee you it's not an American rivalry. I guarantee you. Like, the only reason they were mad about losing to Canada is because they lost to Canada. They never expected that to be the case. They're more pissed off their players don't give a shit. That's what that is. Playing forward, shot, save, that's a corner. No goal kick. So it may be a one-sided rivalry, but I don't have a problem wearing a German jersey. No. If I had one, I'd wear it. And if Germany was playing, I'd wear it. The only jersey that I will not collect or wear is the CF Montreal Impact jersey. The most I would ever do with that if some jackass set one to my stoop is I'm going to microwave it and put it on YouTube. I will wrap a door in tinfoil. Like, when it comes to a Montreal jersey, if somebody sends me one, I will microwave it, record it, and put it on YouTube. I will wrap one of my doors in tinfoil. Put a microwave on the deck. Set it all up. Cross in. Welcome to Is It a Good Idea to Microwave This? Honduras, probably, yeah. That works, yeah. I wouldn't say they really, to be real, like, we've just really gotten good. I can't say we have a rival, really. I guess Honduras would be the best shout because of 8-2. Like, on the men's side, rivalries, I really can't. You have to be good to have rivals. Like, in my opinion, like, you have to be good to have rivals. And we haven't been good long enough. Maybe the USA-Canada rivalry becomes a rivalry. Maybe it does at some point on the men's side. Again, it's always been a rivalry on the women's side, but maybe it becomes a rivalry on the men's side. I don't know, but like deep hatred like Montreal, Toronto, no. Like, there's, the way I see it is feuds and rivalries. Rivalries are deep hatred. Feuds are like, oh, we really have. I think USA Canada's a feud. It's like a wrestling feud. Like, we have a lot of matches against each other, and the booking is somewhat 50-50, but, you know, I wouldn't say there's deep hatred, but we're definitely common opponents now, and we're both on each other's level. Feud. Rock Cena. Rivalry, to me, rivalries are like CF Montreal, Toronto, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Patriots, Jets, Red Sox, Yankees, Blue Jays, Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays. LAFC, LA Galaxy. Like, you have to have Georgia versus Georgia Tech, Auburn versus Alabama in any sport. Rivalry has to be deep hatred, in my opinion. I don't think on the men's side there's deep hatred anywhere for any football team because we haven't been good enough until recently. So that's just why I see it. So, I don't know why, and he's wrong. Oh, Dane St. Clair gets to start against Columbia, by the way. Pray to the Lord. 0-0, 0-0. They're rivals. Yes, there you go. Now, they're rivals. Similar level, similar area. Yes, Trinidad and Jamaica are rivals. Either way. Playing forward, 16th minute. Well, good for y'all. Playing forward, wide. Shit talk doesn't make some a rivalry. Like, yeah, if you're playing somebody and beating somebody, you're going shit talk. That ain't hatred. That's just human nature. Yes, I have heard of Sábado Gigante. Yes, of course I have. Of course I have. Yes, I've heard of Sábado Gigante. Yes, I have. Even before SNL. Okay, let's not. Playing forward. 4-1 Steelers, 23-9. Nice. If it was me, no. Jesse Marsh still wants to give him chances. I can't guarantee that was his last chance. It should be, but I can't guarantee that Australia game was his last chance. It should be, as a starter especially, but I can't guarantee that was his last chance. If it was me, it would have been. It's like, thank you for all you done, but you're washed up now. I don't want you on this team, especially not starting. The only way you're starting is if, like, 3 of our main strikers get hurt. I'd rather put Daniel Jebison over you, Kyle. I really would. Stay your ass in Spain. If Promise, Tanny, and Jebison get hurt, then you may start. But I'm not going to have any expectations of anything. Hell, shit, I'd probably rather call Toussaint Ricketts out of retirement. I'd rather call up Io Akinola. I'd rather call up DeAndre Kerr. Shit, no. Actually, no. Even if there were 3 injuries, I'd still rather call Toussaint Ricketts out of retirement. Call up Io Akinola and call up DeAndre Kerr. DeAndre would probably start. But either way. That'd be funny. I don't blame him. 20th minute. Morocco, they've settled down after that first really big early chance. The USA have started to run up against a wall. Honduras, Costa Rica are rivals. USA, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador rivals. Exactly. Canada doesn't have deep hatred of anybody. Like, yeah, Canadian fans are talking shit at USA fans because we've owned their ass recently. Oh, yeah, we still have it because playing over the top. We couldn't even play him at the Gold Cup. Thanks, Guatemala. A wall's what Australia was against Canada. Agreed. But Canada's just there. Exactly. We just got good. Like, these teams who actually have rivalries are either very regionally connected while being solid and good in their own region of CONCACAF, or they're just regionally connected and it pulls over into football. Canada doesn't have any of that. Like, USA Mexico regionally is a rivalry, but Mexico was the big dog, but the USA always wants to be better than Mexico. So even though people didn't care about football until recently, they care about beating Mexico. So that rivalry was always there. USA Canada that nobody thinks about. Trump, weirdly enough, might have poured fuel on the fire, if I'm being real. Like when it comes to USA Canada, Trump might have poured fuel on the fire. At least we beat them this year with the elbows up, which Carney doesn't seem to be keeping his elbows up that well. But you know what? Fine. It is what it is. Seems to me that elbows up stuff was to scare the old people. But either way. Exactly. Canada has to have different plays instead of just the press. Australia knows how to play against it. See, here's the funny part about Canada. Australia, even though they are a better team or an equal team, they park the bus. Whatever you want to call Australia. More experienced. I don't know about better. Oh, I guess they beat us, so. But more experienced than us. But they've had their history. They're at least on our level. They know our weakness. Park the bus. If they played openly, that game would have been totally different. They chose to park the bus because they knew that was the answer. They've seen the Gold Cup. They've seen how we struggled against Honduras. Actually tried to play openly. And you'd be like, well, how'd we beat Honduras 6-1 or whatever at the Gold Cup? They tried to play openly. Rueda tried to have them actually play openly. And they paid for it. Like, Rueda actually had Honduras try to play openly for the first time in their lives and actually play football. They paid for it. I know the Broncos won Mile High. I saw. How we doing? Curacao barked the bus. We couldn't score except one goal. At least it was a draw. El Salvador parked the bus. We were down. We were up 2 men and still only could score 2. Guatemala parked the bus. We only scored 1. We were down a man and they scored and they won on penalties. Cowboys tied. I thought they lost. Oh, let's talk about the Green Bay game. Yeah, they tied that. Hey, respect Dak. Hey, respect Dak. I guess he was talking about the Packers game. Hey, no Dak slander in this house. You can shit on anybody else, but not Dak Prescott. Hail State. Speaking of rivalry, New Zealand versus Australia. Well, they're in 2 different confederations now, but I can't really speak on that one to be real. See where we are. Okay, LA Rams versus, LA Rams beat the Ravens. Right about that. Dallas, Carolina, I'm wrong. Indianapolis, Arizona, the Colts still won. Good. 3 points, but still. Jacksonville, Seattle. Seattle beat the Jags. How you beat the Chiefs but lose to Seattle? Shit. Chargers beat Miami. Yes. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Pittsburgh beat Cleveland. Tampa Bay, San Fran. That is going to start playing. Oh, they flexed it. Oh, well, they flexed it. Flexed it. Oh, they moved New England down to 1. They flexed New England down to 1, and they won. Good. 0-0. Settle. Dak has been the Cowboys' bright spot. He always has been. Headed away. Raiders lead the Titans 3-0. 49ers Buccaneers got flexed into 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock for the Patriots. Bengals Packers, they didn't flex that out. I hope Joe Flacco beats the Packers again. That would be hilarious. Lions Chiefs. Then two Monday games. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Playing forward. Oh, yeah, they just confirmed this 30 minutes ago. The Blue Jays have confirmed Tyrese Savage will start Game 2 of the ALCS. Told you. Well, I said that about 30 minutes ago as well without even reading it, so it was obvious. Tyrese Savage starts Game 2 of the ALCS. '27th minute. Playing forward, headed away. '28th minute. Almost lost for the Jets. Shane Bieber's the Game 3 starter, I figured. So Bassett or Scherzer, Game 4. Game 5, we'll see if it's Scherzer or bullpen. Jets 0-6. Man, they might go 0-17, and I hope they do. Man, I can't wait to see the Jets go 0-17. That's going to be beautiful. The Patriots go back to the playoffs. The Steelers are actually good, and the Jets go 0-17. At least the Saints got to win. Who that say they going to beat them Saints? Well, honestly, I don't know. All the freaking college quarterbacks are shit this year. The Saints freaking tanked at the worst possible time. The Saints kicked the can down the road to the year where it's the worst freaking college quarterback class of freaking the last decade. Oh, why'd you do that? Loomis, you idiot. Mickey Loomis, you fucking idiot. What did you do? How are you doing, Henry? The Saints kicked the can down the road to the worst freaking college quarterback draft class in like 12, 13 years. What have you done? What have you done? Yeah, the Saints aren't ever going to be good again, aren't they? No. No, they won't. No, they won't. No. Trade for Shador. Screw it. Trade for Shador. Trade for him. Because I guess Dillon Gabriel's better. They'll get to him. Don't worry. It's the Cleveland Browns. They'll start Shador by week 12. Dillon Gabriel's going to start sucking. They'll start Shador by week 12. It's the Cleveland Browns. You know this. They'll add another name to the jersey. He'll start by week 12. He'll start. He's the backup now, you know. They traded Flacco. Deshaun won't be back until the end of the year. Oh, that would be. Yeah, no, Shador's going to start by week 12. You know how this works. Come on, you know how this works. You already started sucking today. Oh, yeah, well, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. He wasn't so bad against the Vikings, though, but yeah, he was true. But they'll give him a couple of weeks. Yeah, Shador starts by week 12. I'm pretty damn sure about that. I've seen this movie before. Saved by Beaudry. Morocco gets it back. Here's a shot. Goal. Morocco leads. Horrible defensive play. And Zabari gets the goal. Beaudry with a save, but no room. Or no, too much room on the other side of the net. And it's 0-1 Morocco. 0-1. Morocco finds the opening. Horrible goal play. Horrible play and goal by Adam Beaudry of the Rapids. Oh, my God. How horrible. Man, he just left the whole side of his net open, and he crashed into his own defender, and there was nobody there. Nobody there. Perfect cross, and then boom. He almost got there, but it went through his legs. Just what a cross. Absolutely amazing play for Morocco. 0-1, 0-1. That was Zabri. Zabri scores for Morocco. Or it came off his foot as far as I could tell. What a play. Zalwani, he might have just taken the goal. I thought it was Zabri. It might have been Zalwani. I thought Zabri got the touch, but horrible defensive play by the United States, and they're down 1. Well, I won't edit it until we have an idea if it counts. Zabri gets the goal through Fatmob. Yassir Zabri. See if they check it. Smart play. A very high quality play, I have to say. They're going to check it on VAR. The USA requests the review. The USA requests the review to see if the goal will be taken away. I guess they're looking at a foul in the build-up. Possible foul, the build-up. Is Morocco going to park the bus now? Let's see if this review counts. Reigns may have got fouled in the build-up, is what they're saying. That seems to me like normal play. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, what number 10 did seems to me like normal play. What El Haddad did seems like normal play. I don't see that as a foul in the run-up. I don't see that as a foul in the build-up. I don't. So I don't think it should be overturned. But they're looking at a foul in the build-up. So even in the box, they're not looking at that per se. So if this is not a foul in the build-up, the goal will stand. I don't think it is a foul in the build-up, personally. I think this should stand. I think that's just normal football. Now they're looking at I guess now that they're looking at the goal itself, no foul in the build-up. I guess they're looking at both. He comes back in. I don't see anything. I don't see an offside here. I don't think so. Now they're looking back at the foul of the build-up, so I think this should stand. Or did Reigns get fouled? I don't think he got fouled, personally. Goal. The goal stands for Morocco. Zabri gets the goal the 31st minute. It's 0-1. 0-1. Morocco. So goal stands. Goal stands. No foul to build up and no offside. Boom. All right. So, 35th minute. Morocco gets the goal. As it stands, both CONCACAF teams will be out after today. Mexico losing, of course, yesterday. USA had a good start, but They allow that goal. Horrible defense. It feels like the same story is playing out all over again. Like it feels like the same story is playing out all over again, just like the Mexico game. USA's had their chances going forward. They have more possession. Morocco gets one due to defensive mistakes. Not as early, but let's see if the USA gets as desperate as Mexico did. Let's see. See if they get as desperate as Mexico did. Similar, it looks like a similar situation. The US got an easy side of the bracket. Yeah, the Jays already lit them up once. So when the Jays played the Mariners earlier this year, they lit them up. So they've already lit him up. And I think that was in Seattle. So, yeah, he's probably going to get lit up in Toronto, I would say. I'd be shocked if he doesn't, but that's why they play the games. We'll talk about that later. We'll be live for that later. We'll talk about that later. But in theory, he should be lit up by the Jays. The Jays don't get free kick for Morocco, 37th minute. Playing forward. And a Moroccan player's down hurt. Playing forward, 39th minute. 0-1, 0-1. Playing forward. $40 minutes. USA. Yeah, he can. He was born in Montreal. So Vladdy can play for Canada during the World Baseball Classic. And you know what I would hope happens? He didn't even play last World Baseball Classic because I think he was hurt in spring training, so he couldn't play for the DR. You know what I hope Vladdy does? If the Blue Jays win the World Series, I hope he feels like, you know what? I'm going to play for Canada at the World Baseball Classic in the spring. Like, really, though, just think about it. And a USA, that is a corner. All ball, that turns out to be a corner, no penalty. Like, just think about this, though. I would hope this playoff run makes Vladdy think, you know what? Let's play for Canada at the World Baseball Classic. And you could change. Because look at Marcus Stroman. He played for the USA in 17. He played for Puerto Rico in 23. So if he ever wants to play for the DR, he could do that. If he wants to play for the DR at the Olympics in 28, he could do that. Baseball's weird. It's not like football where it's a lot less hard to switch. So, and I don't think a World Baseball Classic cap hurts you against an Olympic cap. So he could do either. World Baseball Classics, it is what it is. But Vladdy Jr. playing on Canada with Freddie Freeman DH, Vladdy first base, holy shit. Or Vladdy at third, Freddie Freeman at first, shit. I hope he considers it. Header. I mean, I'll root for Vladdy anyway. Like, when he plays and I watch him play, I'd root for him anyway at the World Baseball Classic. But I'd love for him to play for Canada. Just after this playoff run, be like, you know what? Let's play for Canada. And I don't think a cap at the World Baseball Classic changes whatever he could do at the Olympics. And I'm sure the DR has a better chance of being at the Olympics than, like, World Baseball Classic is very stupid with qualification. Like, as long as you finish top 4, you're qualified. Then they have the qualifiers. So DR and Canada, easily you're going to qualify as long as it's a disaster. Not a disaster. DR is still going to be there for him. The Olympics, it might be different. Like, the Olympics, he might actually want to represent the Dominican Republic if they let MLB players play in LA, which I'm sure they would. And Canada probably won't be at the Olympics. I'll be real. It's going to be tough. So he could have them both ways. So the last World Baseball Classic was fire. Hell, 2017 was too. Like, the World Baseball Classic is amazing. Like, playoff level baseball in March? Who doesn't want that? Like, I loved every World Baseball Classic. I have. And I think they've just gotten better every time. Like, 06 was awesome. 13 was awesome. 17 was awesome. 09. Don't forget 09. 06, 09, 13, 17, 23. They were all awesome. And I'm sure 26 will be as well. Like, they're always awesome. And they've just gotten better. And more respect as well. So I'm certainly going to be watching. So I hope Vladdy chooses to play for Canada during the World Baseball Classic after what he's, even though I don't think there's going to be any games at the Sky Dome or anything like that. I hope the USA lost. That's probably why. Shohei Ohtani made the USA look idiotic. But hey, at least we got a Shohei versus Mike Trout at bat. You know, that was pretty cool. And Shohei struck out Mike Trout to end the tournament. You just knew that had to happen. I was rooting for Japan. My mom lived in Japan when she was in high school. So I don't have Japanese blood, but I have respect for the Japanese culture. It's close enough. It works. It works. I can speak the language. I don't sound like a gaijin when I do. So, respect for the culture. No, I don't have any Japanese blood. My mom lived there for 4 years, so I say that's a good connection. I say that counts, so go ahead. Yeah, because when you lose that... Oh, and by the way, Edwin Diaz had just happened at the time. Like, the Edwin Diaz injuring himself while celebrating, tearing his ACL that way. That had just happened. And Edwin Diaz was the closer for the Mets, still is. And that was... I think that was a big talking point because of the Edwin Diaz situation. Nobody on the U.S. got hurt, I don't think. Nobody on Japan got hurt. I think a guy played hurt with an injured hand, but he wasn't hurt at the tournament. 4 minutes of stoppage time. So No Mexican player got hurt. And that's wide. That'll be a corner for the USA. So basically, you're like Tommy Edman. You know, here's the funny part. I knew Lars Nootbaar was Japanese. Like, I knew he was half Japanese. I didn't know Tommy Edman was Korean until he played for Korea. Like, I didn't know that. And they were both Cardinals at the time. And I like Tommy. Still do. Even though he's on the Dodgers. Like, I didn't know. Like, at the time, Tommy was still a Cardinal. I didn't know Tommy Edman was Korean until he played for Korea. I'm like, he's Korean? Like, it's like, well, you know, good for him. It's like, I knew Lars was like Japanese. He had Japanese blood. I knew that. And Morocco has a review request. What? Why would they request it? It's a U.S. penalty. What do you mean review request? It has to be a U.S. review request. How would it be why would they request a review for a penalty when they're not the team who's in the box offensively? I don't know. Penalty woohoo. Unless they're trying to get it overturned. But didn't they point for a corner? Either way. We could have a tie at the half. I'm not sure. I'd say that's a fair result. Okay, so for the Blue Jays series, their game 2 is at 4:03 Central. Their game 3 is at 7:08 Central. 8:33 Central or 7:33 Central for game 4. Game 5 is 5:08 Central. Game 6 is 7:03 Central, and game 7 is 7:08 Central. And the check is this: 4 minutes. Definitely PK 100%. It's close. VAR check after review. Penalty. Penalty for the United States of America. Penalty. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a game at 6 to 8 USA local time. I'm sure. Like during the group stage, there were primetime games. After that, and the round of 16, but the later we got, the less primetime games there were. So like quarterfinal, semifinal, final might be like 3 o'clock evening matinees. But other than that, our time. But other than that, damn it, USA losing. They have a penalty. And Cole Campbell to take the penalty, the Dortmund youngster. Speaking of Dortmund, the Dortmund youngster, Cole Campbell. He's still there, right? Penalty. Shot. Goal. He rolls it in. And it's 1-1. Uno. Cole Campbell scores the penalty. And it is 1-1. Hey, he still plays for Dortmund. 1-1. Uno. Cole Campbell ties it up before the half. $45 plus. $45 plus 6. 1-1. Uno at the half. Well, I did say 2-1 USA. I did say that. Did I miss anything? The USA just scored a penalty and Morocco scored due to a horrible defense. Morocco scored first due to horrible USA defense. USA got a penalty and scored it just a couple of seconds ago. Cole Campbell. Zawani scored for Morocco with a tap in and through the legs of Baudry. Throw in. They might just do some stupid shit before. Okay, no giveaway. I was like, don't you dare. You just got the drawback. Don't you dare. Dortmund discipline. Well, he's an American who plays for Dortmund, so I don't think Son can make that joke. But Dortmund discipline works, I guess. Son will call it German discipline, but USA revenge. There it is. But Cole Campbell's American playing for a German team, so it doesn't really work. Doesn't really work the same. The Niners are injured to hell and back. I swear, man. It's like they just can't. But either way, it's halftime. 1-1. Fair result for the USA so far with 45 more minutes to go. We'll see how the second half goes, but it's a fair result at half. 1-1. Uno miro tiempo. You'll take it. USA deserves the draw the way they've played. I think they've been the better team overall. You'll take it. With that being said, we'll take a short break at half. Talk about the stats, get this one going. 45 more minutes, and we'll review it once it's over. Whether that be after extra time or after 90. Review will at least be up on YouTube before the Jays game starts. Then we'll be live for the Jays game. We should be good, though. We should be. But with that being said, yeah, they're a good team. I'm not saying they're not. They're a good team. They are looking like the better team against Morocco, possession-wise and chance-wise. Horrible defense caused them to be down, but they're equal with a penalty. Let's see what happens throughout the rest of the match. But Mexico's is too. Well, I mean, they just got eliminated. But Mexico had a bad night last night. Argentina totally played them the way they should have. With that being said, we'll take a short break, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, be back. 1-1. Oh, right. Before we do that, hold on. Almost forgot. There we go. Boom. All right. With that being said, we'll take a short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. I do too. Choctaw. I do too. Choctaw. My Nana said, when my Nana was alive, she said we did. She knew the people who had, she knows the side of our family, knew the side of our family that had a lot of it, Choctaw blood. She saw it, so I believe her. My dad's brother one of my Nana's sons. My dad's older brother, one of my Nana's sons, did an ancestry DNA thing, and it said we don't. I don't believe that. I believe what my Nana said. So, because she saw it, it's not like she didn't. She knows those people that on the side of our family that gave us the Choctaw blood. So she did know. So I believe her. And she said it before she had bad dementia. So I believe her. I don't believe ancestry DNA. So, yeah, Choctaw blood. Choctaw. Native American Choctaw. There you go. Yes. With that being said, we'll take a short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. 1-1, uno, uno. We're back for the stats at the half. 1-1 goals. 76% possession to 24% possession. 5 shots to 2. 1 shot on goal to 1. We have 284 accurate passes. 91%. 72%. 6 fouls to 4. 9 corners to 0. 5 shots to 2. We have 1 shot on goal to 1. We have 313 pass to 100. 91% pass accuracy to 72. 15 throws to 8. 0 offside to 2. 0 yellow cards to 1. 0 red cards, 0. And we have 1-1 to have 1-1. Morocco got the lead first. Makarov sounds... I feel like I've heard that name before. More than I have Tretiak. So go Makarov. Feel like I've heard that name more. So. With that being said, for me, the USA, I think they've played a solid game. I think they've been better on positioning and playing the ball forward and holding possession and taking chances. I think Morocco's been very good defensively. The USA started hot early in the match, going right after the Moroccan defense. Game evened out after that. Morocco's been very good defensively. They've had their chances. They've gone the other way. They put one away after a bad defensive mistake by the USA. USA gets one back on a penalty. I'd say a 1-1 draw at the half is a very even score and a fair score. But Mitrovic isn't shitting his pants against Morocco like he did during the Olympics. So that's a positive. That's positive. I'd say this USA U20 team is better than the U23 Olympic team as well, but I think the USA, they're not as desperate as Mexico were. I think that's a total difference because this game is a very similar game. This game is a very similar script to the Mexico-Argentina game yesterday. And even Canada versus Argentina as well. But Canada got desperate, lost. Mexico got desperate and lost. USA aren't seeming to get that desperate. The USA does not seem to be getting desperate. That's why they're back to a draw. So let's see where this goes. But did you ever watch the Kurt Warner movie? No. Because I don't even know where it's streaming. I don't think it's streaming on anything for free. Like even on, I think Apple TV, you still got to pay like $3 for it. I'm not paying an extra $3 to watch. I mean, it's a movie I definitely would like to watch, but I'd love to watch it, but I ain't paying $3 extra for it. Oh, it's on Hulu. Oh. I got to get up and watch it for a... It's on Hulu. Oh, it's on Tubi for free. Okay, fine. It's on Tubi now, actually. It's on Tubi. I can watch it now. It's on Tubi for free. That must have just happened. I might watch it on Tubi, actually. There you go. Next chance I get. I might watch it on Tubi the next time I get a chance. It's on free. It's free on Tubi. Nice. There we go. That works for me. That works for me. Yep, it's on Tubi. Okay, we'll do that. Second half about to start soon. Love seeing unexpected nations doing this. Dude, you'll love CONCACAF World Cup qualifying then. You'll love CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. I don't think there's anybody topping a group that you would expect. Let's look after 3 matches. Suriname still topping Group A. Tied with Panama on points, though, and they play Panama, so that probably will change. But what if it didn't? What if it didn't and they're playing in Panama? It probably will change. Curacao topping the group over Jamaica because they beat Jamaica. Haiti topping the group over Honduras and Costa Rica after 3 matches, halfway through. Jamaica, Panama, and Honduras, the teams in the playoff spots. And let me see. It would be Jamaica going to a playoff and Honduras. Panama wouldn't even make a playoff if it ended today, halfway through. Holy Lord, you would love CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. Yeah. It feels worse than 50% win rate. But playing shit teams probably helps them there. Yeah, it feels like he's had less, but honestly, if I'm being real. Second half, here we go. So, do with that what you will. You would love CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. We'll be live for the Honduras game tomorrow, by the way, and we'll review that while I'm wearing a Blue Jays jersey because, Honduras does wear blue and white. So, if there's any coverage of keeping an eye on the Jays game during the Honduras-Haiti game, we'll watch the final couple outs, I guess. There's a possibility. 4 to 5, 1 hour. 5 to 6, 2 hours. 6 to 7, 3. Yeah, there's a possibility the final outs are done on TV. Well, I still got to cover that. With that being said. Well, at least Forge are getting the results they need. The 2025 CPL Shield winner will be decided next week during the outcome as Ottawa and Vancouver Football Club hold each other to a 0-0 draw. Good. Well, there you go. Well, didn't say that. No, I'm just surprised. Things are going chaotic. Like, in general, when it comes to sports right now, things seem chaotic. Dude, I'm a Blue Jays fan. Why would you think I hate underdog stories? Nobody, dude. I think this answers your question. The Toronto Blue Jays, going into the season, I was ranting about them not doing shit during the offseason after finishing dead last in the American League East. 8 months later, they won the whole league. Well, they have the best record. The Blue Jays not only won the East, they have the best record in all of the American League. That's why they have home field today. They could win the American League pennant. After all they did was sign Andres Jimenez, trade for Miles Straw, sign Max Scherzer, and sign Anthony Santander, who barely played all year. Oh, yeah, well, Trey Savage is awesome. But either way. Like, sports in general right now are absolutely chaotic. The USA's going deep in a U20 World Cup. Freaking college football, James Franklin just got fired. Mississippi State's still 4-2. Indiana just beat Oregon. The NFL's off the damn rails. Kansas City's ass, and Baltimore's even worse. The Patriots beat the Bills. Shit. This is the year of the underdog. Well, except for the Florida Panthers. Shit. The second half of this year seems like the year of the underdogs. So what random underdog in the NHL is going all the way? Please, well, the Leafs aren't an underdog. That's the bad part. Damn. Or hell, you could talk about it. Kind of started the Gold Cup. Let's not kid ourselves. I wouldn't say fully, but you know, Curacao. Stadium's packed as it should be. 49th minute, we're back. 1-1, uno. USA playing forward, and they look like they've really built off that penalty. And the Bucks are, I wouldn't say beating up on the 49ers, but Mac Jones got intercepted by the Bucks. Guatemala, yeah, I know. Don't make me crash out. Playing forward, USA. Free kick the other way from Morocco. Playing forward. '50th minute. Playing forward. Excuse me. Playing forward, good tackle. That's going to go out. I got hyped up way too much after that Honduras game. Playing forward. (1-1). Ghana's officially qualified to the World Cup. Well, good for them. (53rd minute). Playing forward, USA. That'll be cleared. Extra time after 90 if we have a tie. Playing forward. Mount Pleasant's the highest ranked Caribbean country. Sabal second, Defense Force third, Cavalier fourth, Mocha fifth. I don't know how. That does not make any sense to me. Sabal, Cavalier dropping makes sense. Mocha dropping makes sense. Defense Force being second or third. Okay. Sabal being second under Mount Pleasant doesn't really make any sense to me. Like that one game against Defense Force knocks Sabal to second. Like, I mean, Mount Pleasant's had 4 straight wins. I get that, but in the group stage, but I didn't think, maybe I mislooked, but I wouldn't think Mount Pleasant was that high in Caribbean rankings going into the tournament. So getting up that high, kind of, I don't know either. Math's not my strong suit anyway. 54th minute. I mean, I could add 2 plus 2 together, but the rest of it, math is not my strong suit. But I guess it ain't y'all's either, but you can't even add 2 plus 2 together. So, I mean, numerically you probably can, but okay, maybe y'all just suck at word problems. Maybe that's what makes it tougher. Playing forward. But math's not my strong suit either. And yes, I definitely did suck at word problems. So you know what? Fair. 55th minute. One, uno. Playing forward. Free kick, advantage played for the USA, blocked away. How's Miami even top? Well, that's just because Messi. Cruzul, Toluca, Miami, Whitecaps, Tigres. Yeah, that one makes no sense to me. I won't even front. Well, the Miami part. Everything else is. Toluca should be number 1. But other than that. Corner. Cross in. Frankly, Christian ain't even retired yet. And, you know, Vince never liked Christian, but now it's Triple H. I'm sure Christian will get in soon. Rick Martel, I don't think there's a scandal keeping him out, but I have to look at that. Jim Cornette, I don't even think he wants to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. And let's be real. Everybody that's physically able to be in there, like without a scandal, or wants to be in there, is in there. It's no honor. Like, there's no honor to the WWE Hall of Fame. It's a freaking TV made for event to give out awards during WrestleMania week to honor your history. Like, how the hell? It's not a freaking award. Like, there is nothing prestigious about it. Like, yeah, John Cena's going to be in the Hall of Fame. God knows when he wants to go in, but it's probably up to him. But, like, dude, Coco Beware's in the Hall of Fame. Dude, it doesn't mean shit. Which makes you think, yeah, Christian and Jim Cornette should be in there. But I don't even think Jim Cornette wants to be in there. Dude doesn't even really like Stanford, really. I think they have to also agree. Be like, yeah, I want to be in. So I don't think he wants to be in there. I'll be real. Do I blame him? Not really. Jim Cornette knows his history. He knows what he's done. He doesn't need a bullshit award to validate that from a company that he really doesn't even like. And he done. So I don't blame him. I understand it. 60th, 59th minute. Like, you look at the WWE Hall of Fame and you can't even really get mad of who's not in there. If you're not in there, it's either you know that you don't need that honor and your resume speaks for itself, a la Jim Cornette, or you've had a big scandal that they can't really hide or just sweep under a rug. And even then, I can't wait. If Vince goes into the Hall of Fame, I can't wait to see the reaction. That's going to be a fucking shit show. Speaking of scandals, I can't wait to see Vince get into the Hall of Fame because he's going to. They're not going to put the founder. They're not going to put the founder in the Hall of Fame no matter what Vince has done. He will go into the Hall of Fame one day. The heat's still probably got to die down, but I can't wait to see the reaction when he does go in. I think so, yeah. Just because I want to see people lose their minds. I mean, Vince McMahon, he is a piece of shit of a person. Let's just be totally real. Yes, Vince McMahon is a piece of shit person. The dude created wrestling and made it what it is. Like, if he's not in the Hall of Fame of the company he created, even though he's done a lot of shit and he got pushed out for reasons, yeah, that would be sad. He'll be in one day. He'll be in one day. But you know what's even funnier is there are people that are like, you know what? Like, Triple H's booking has made people be like, you know what? Maybe Vince wasn't so bad. That is hilarious. I won't even lie. That is hilarious. It's like, there's a water break. That is the most hilarious stuff ever. Vince is getting ran through the mud. And people are like, you know what? Maybe Vince was better. Maybe Vince being the booker would still be better than Triple H. Like, people, like, there is a small, I don't know if it's a small minority, but there is a group of people that want Vince back no matter what, saying he'd be better booker than Triple H. Even at his advanced age and senility. So, you know. Maybe Vince is Teflon. Maybe the man is Teflon, you know? 63rd minute. Either way, he'll be in the Hall of Fame one day, and I can't wait to see the meltdown when it happens. Because God knows there will be one. Like, will there be good points? Yes. Is he a scumbag? Yes, he created the damn company. He made wrestling what it is. If he isn't in the Hall of Fame just because you're going to complain about it, that's just saying wrestling didn't matter until 2020. You're really bullshitting history. Like, It's like, I don't know. But I see a lot of people like absolutely lionizing Lyndon Baines Johnson. We know what he's, we know what he's like. Also got JFK killed, but that's not the point. 64th minute. So, I don't know. Trust me, you cannot sanitize history. One, history is written by the victors. One. Second of all, you can sanitize history. History is history. And when somebody is a big enough figure to have a big portion of history connected to them, you can't destroy that history. You just can't. And that's not a defense of Vince. That's just the fact. You cannot change history. Vince McMahon created wrestling. Or I won't say created it, but made it what it is. Made it the titan it is. You can't, just because he's a piece of shit doesn't mean you can change history and not notice history. You can't. Like if you don't want to talk about him, that's on you. But you can't expect the WWE. You can't expect Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and anybody The Rock, anybody who's making the decision. You can't expect them to say, you know what, Vince created us, but we have to listen to the people who don't want us to honor him or respect his history. Or respect his history of what he's done. You can't do that. There's enough people still in TKO that will put Vince in the Hall of Fame one day. Whether he's still alive or dead, we'll find out. I don't know. Gozo coming out. Brennan coming in. Will Vince be dead when he's put in the Hall of Fame? Possible. He may still be alive. Who knows? Now that's the question is, when will he be put in? Dead or alive? And that's a goal for Morocco. Morocco scores. It's 1-2. 1-2. And that was another horrible defensive mistake by the United States. Another horrible defensive mistake by the United States puts Morocco ahead. Again. We're choking again. Mitrovic is a horrible manager. What'd I tell you? He's losing again to Morocco a year and change later at a under something World Cup or / Olympics. He's doing it again. He can't. I guess there's going to be a FIFA Plus. You're behind. I can't. Here's the thing. Fox Sports has exclusive rights. English. Universo has exclusive rights in Spanish. Offside, I guess that's not a foul throw. Could it be offside? Possibly an offside. Possibly, I think they're going to ask for a review. Somehow it felt like it was going to happen again. Let's check. Will they give this one? USA is going to have to dig out of the hole again. Looks offside. Yeah, I think he's reviewing. He's asking for a review. That's a blue card. It's a blue card. Goal. It's going to stand as a goal. Goal stands. Zabiri scores once again. 2 goals for Zabiri. 2 shots for Morocco. Same situation as Argentina. They didn't do much, but they scored when they had to. They're not taking his card. It doesn't seem they're not taking his review, actually. I'm not. This is chaos. Zubiri scores again. Are you kidding me? Now there's the review request. Now it is. Yeah, I could see an offside. Now they're reviewing it. That was quick. That was quick. Goal. Zubiri's goal still stands. Zubiri's goal still stands. 69th minute, 1-2. 67 for Zubiri. Over the top, and he scores. Oh, it's a Winder own goal. Josh Winder own goal through FIFA. That's what they say. It's a Josh Winder own goal. Zubiri. Popped it in. Been given as an own goal. I'll talk about it as both. That's literally how they lost to South Africa. Think Argentina's winning this tournament? I mean, at this point, yeah. At this point, yeah. I don't. Colombia might be tough, but it's an own goal. 67th minute. 1-2. 1-2. Let's edit the scoreboard. Own goal for Winder. Zubiri was all over him. Oh, there we go. Zubiri was all over him. And it goes off. It's an own goal for Winder. So they're starting to flip it. Own goal by Josh Winder. Ball goes off him last, but Zubiri was all over him. The ball was played over the top. Horrible defense. Okay offense, horrible defense. If we got players in Europe, we get better. Nothing's changed forever mid. Well, it depends on the talent they've actually gotten. You know? Depends on the talent itself. But, you know, sometimes the talent doesn't get to the level you would think they do from their potential. The USA has let down CONCACAF just like that Mexico did. Let's see. Players on this 11. Beaudry plays for the Rapids. Norris plays for Dallas. Winder plays for Benfica B. Kohler plays for SC Verl. I don't even know who that is. Philadelphia Union for Westfield. Sekiris plays for the town / San Jose. Corcoran plays for Nashville. Brooklyn Reigns plays for Houston. Gozo plays for Real Salt Lake. Kramashki plays for Parma. And Cole Campbell plays for Dortmund. There's 3 players on this 11. Actually, 4. 4 players on this 11 that play in Europe. Rest play in MLS and Next Pro. Luke Brennan plays for Atlanta United 2. / Atlanta United. So, he got minutes in MLS before he went to this tournament, though. So, Atlanta United. On the bench, you have Ferree, San Diego FC, Beavers, Brøndby. So, that's 5 players in Europe. Peyton Miller, LA, or New England Revolution. Yeah, harbors the LA. So still 5. Noah Cobb, Atlanta, or Colorado Rapids on loan from Atlanta. Okay. Luca Bombino, Colorado, or San Diego FC. My bad. He was loaned there, but Bombino, LA. My bad. For San Diego, LA. Reed Baker Whiting, Seattle. Soma is San Diego. Taha, Columbus. Zambrano, Real Monarchs. 5 players in Europe on this squad. I thought they've been playing well today. I thought they played well today. It's just, again, just like the Mexico game, horrible defense has been their Achilles heel. Again. And Mitrovic is a trash manager. Again. He's not a good manager. These players are very talented, I have to say. Taha Habrun coming on and Zambrano coming on for Corcoran and Sekiris. Like, again, I think these players are very talented, but they have a horrible manager. They were winning in spite of him. This is the same guy who was horrible at the Olympics and lost to Morocco. Worse. At least they scored a goal, and they're only losing by 1. They lost by 4 a year ago and change. So, a year and 2 months or something. So, different squads, but this squad's better than the Olympic squad. They ain't much. They ain't so better. They're better than. They ain't so much better that they're better than Morocco, but it's not like they're getting their ass kicked like last year, so that's positive. But Morocco's done enough to win. The USA looked good, but it hurts to see. They're trying more. I say this team's trying more as well. I didn't think I jumped. Okay. Well, okay. Sure. I can't really jump, but 76 minute. Like, for me, this USA team is trying more than the Olympic team. Yes, this team has more talent on paper than the Olympic team. They've played better than the Olympic team. Xavier Gozo's Kobe Henry's teammate saw him post about it. Yep. They both played for Salt Lake. Yeah, Salt Lake. They both played for Salt Lake. DeAndre Yedlin went to Salt Lake. When the hell did that happen? Yep. Kobe Henry on Salt Lake with Gozo. Yep. When the hell? I forgot about Yedlin going to Salt Lake. I really did. Holy shit. 77th minute. This team got class. I think they do. I'm not saying they don't. Their manager does still suck. Just not as bad. That, I will tell you, that Olympic team did not give a shit. And that Morocco team at the Olympics was a freaking absolute house of fire. This is different. This is different. This is different. This Morocco team is very good defensively, and they know when to strike. The Morocco team, I think the difference is that defense for the U.S. at the Olympics was utter shit. I will compare it. The RSR will be a compare and contrast situation. I will say that much. At least when it comes to the manager, I can. Header. And that's wide over the bar. I think the Morocco team at the Olympics was a house of fire. They love to attack. They wanted to attack. This Morocco team is very good defensively, and they know when to strike. They know when to strike, and they have. Zabiri and El Haddad substitutions for Boumassoudi and El Barawi. 79th minute. So you look at the situation, and these are two different Morocco teams, two different ethoses. Two different ethoses. Pretty sure they beat Spain. Yes. Yes, it was 2-0 though, but I'm saying they know when to strike. And Spain still got through at third place. But yes, they did beat Spain. They beat Brazil as well. They lost to Mexico. Oh shit, they lost to Mexico. So you're telling me that Mexico team is better than this USA team? What a horrible weekend for CONCACAF. 79th minute. Football's a weird sport. Beat South Korea 2-1. But let's look at the Spain game. Spain carried the possession, carried the shots. Morocco knew when to strike. Similar as to this. The Brazil game. Brazil carried the possession, had more shots on goal. Morocco knew when to strike. Mexico, they could not. But they still had less possession than Mexico and less shots on goal. But Mora got the penalty. They couldn't strike. South Korea, still less possession, still less shots. They know when to strike. This is a different Morocco team to what was at the Olympics. The Morocco team at the Olympics was a house of fire. They wanted to score. And the USA's defense was horrible, and it didn't seem like they cared. And it didn't seem like they had the right squad to win at the Olympics either. Just bad vibes all around. This team seems to have better vibes, but it's closer because Morocco is fine just waiting than striking against the run of play. So there's a little bit of a difference. Shame because Kobe rates the guys. Marco Zambrano to Salt Lake. You got 10 minutes. Bakhti gets a yellow card. Here that Jamaica could host the 2031 FIFA Women's World Cup with USA and Mexico. Could you give me info on that? To be real, I have not heard about that, but it seems to me that CONCACAF wants to host a Women's World Cup soon. They thought they were going to host 27, but they let Brazil get that one. 2031 seems to be going to CONCACAF. USA they have wanted. Mexico, I think, was always going to be there when it came to a dual bid. But Jamaica joining, that doesn't really surprise me, knowing how the Reggae Girls have been backed by the Marley family and how they want to grow the game in Jamaica and how the Reggae Girls do get support from the fans. Doesn't surprise me that Jamaica wants to join it, and I like the idea. I guess Canada doesn't want to do another 3-country World Cup because Canada still is one of the best women's teams in the world. I think they believe they could qualify without help, which they should, especially without the USA and Mexico and Jamaica around. But, yeah, I mean, I could see. Not saying Jamaica needs any, but I think it's fitting. If Jamaica joined the Mexico and USA bid for the Women's World Cup, I'd say that'd be fitting. I'd say that would be fitting. National Stadium getting some games. Maybe another stadium in Jamaica getting games as well, but we'll see how that turns. But I haven't heard much about it, but I would like to see it if it happens. If it happens, I would love to see it. I know Mexico and USA have tried to team up for the 31 Women's World Cup, but Jamaica jumping in, I haven't really heard about that, but I hope it happens. What a save. Yep. Cross in, header. Headed away. Morocco has a shot blocked away, and that'll go out for a corner kick for Morocco. I got FS2. That's where I'm watching it. As of now, the review for... There will be a review for this game, and then we'll be live for the Blue Jays Mariners game 1 and be live for review that as well. So we still have one more live and one more review today. Playing forward, blocked away. Hurt was going to announce on 20 October. Okay. I'll keep an eye out on that one. The bid, of course. I will keep an eye out on that one. The bid would announce, I would think, because, yeah, they haven't really even, they've announced a template, but not much else. So, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that one. And I hope it happens. Well, I think CONCACAF will get it, but we'll see if Jamaica's part of it is the question. We'll see. Playing forward, that's wide. 84th minute. By the way, good luck. Canada, they better practice harder because this is a do-or-die passionate game in the world. Yeah, after what happened in Mexico, I'm kind of afraid of Colombia. I won't lie. Even if they rotate, especially if they don't rotate, but even if they do rotate, I'm a little bit afraid. I won't even lie. I'm a little bit afraid. We'll find out on Tuesday, though. Got a good game in Tampa. '85th minute. Playing forward, headed away, 85th minute. I hope they do. So, yes, there is a possibility, just like I am this tournament, that I cover a Canada U17 World Cup game. Especially if we get to the knockouts. Suck if I didn't. It would suck if I didn't. '86th minute. But I hope they do something. They need to do something. And Mexican fans want Turco to coach the national team. Oh, Lord. They're already turning on Vasco. Mexican fans are already turning on Vasco. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Playing forward, 86th minute. Nicely done. Nicely done. Game is over. Playing forward, 87th minute. Horrible steal. Morocco with an empty net. They have a chance. He steals from Baudry. Ball crossed in. Morocco 3. And it's over. Morocco. Oh, my God. The United States defense. Horrible. Horrible. Has legitimately single-handedly just eliminated them. What in the hell was that? What in the hell was that? 1-3, 1-3. What in the hell was that? My God. Oh, my God. Yeah, you can't challenge that one, Mitrovic, you trash manager. You can't challenge that one. Jesus Christ. Game breaker. What are you doing? And why is Baudry so off his line? My God, he went full, just, what was he doing? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, if you're a goalie, tend the goal! Hey, Baudry, if you're a goalie, tend the goal! I guess, I don't know. Keep the goal? I don't know. Either way. Stay on your line. That's the second time. Zawani Winder, and that goal goes to Yassin. That is the second time. That is the second time. He comes off his line and costs a goal. My God, Jesus Christ. Yassine Yassine. Or Yassine Yassine. How quick do you think I could find highlights for that? That's a hat flick. No, that's a hat flick. That's a hat flick, my friend. I'm going to find that highlight. Jesus Lord, what are you doing? Jesus Lord, what are you doing? 87th minute. It's 1-3, 1-3. That goalkeeper is an idiot. Hat flick. If you're a goalie, tend the goal. How quick do you think the highlights for this game is going to come out? Because that's going to be a hat flick. I'm sorry. I cannot not do that. We just handed the victory to them or our stupidity. Well, I mean, you already did, but you know what? I'm going to say it. This is going to be the worst. Hey, you know what? Man of the match, Adam Beaudry, but not in a good way. He threw it to Morocco. He gave it away. He absolutely gave the game away with 2 horrible defensive plays, and there is a VAR check. There is a VAR check. How the hell was that? Stoppage time? I'm so pissed right now. Versus review. I mean, he jumped over him, but I don't know exactly. Morocco review request. I guess somebody's getting a red card. Winder, he might have just got himself a red card. I don't know. Six minutes of stoppage time. Yellow card for Josh Winder. My bad, Josh Winder. Can Scotland make the World Cup? Let me see the groups. Here we go. Scotland. My bad, Scotland. Ireland can't. Ireland blew it. Scotland versus Denmark. They're tied on points. They're going to have to play each other. Scotland's playing Greece. Denmark's playing Belarus. And I think it's 2 more. They have to play each other. So if they're equal on points, can they beat Denmark at home? I say yes. Playoff-wise, we'll see. I'd love to see Scotland at a World Cup. I would love to see that. So hopefully, yes. Playing forward. Playing forward, 3 minutes down. I'm done. I'm losing it. Rant? Rant? I just hope this review video does better than the Mexico-Argentina one. That's all I expect. Well, I'm not expecting 18K views again, but just please over the freaking... I would hope so. I mean, they were just being idiots, really. So 93 minutes, 3 minutes to go. Ball crossed in. Header. 94th minute. Playing forward, 2 more minutes. Good luck to the semifinals for Morocco. They will play Norway or France. Header saved. "94 minutes out of 96. "95th minute. Well, I mean, if the U20 team that looks so good did horribly here, you have a point. 1 more minute to go plus stoppage time. I will review this game, and I'll have the review up by 6, and then we'll be back for the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Mariners game 1. And then we'll review that as well. So we still have 1 more stream today, and then tomorrow we'll be live for Honduras versus Haiti, Canada on Tuesday, Wednesday in the morning, early afternoon. Wide, we'll have the CONCACAF World Cup qualifier match round 2 recap and see where the tables look. And we will be live for game 3 on Wednesday of the Jays versus Mariners series. Jays will be on the road then. So, okay, cool. 96th minute. We'll have a review for this. 3-1 Morocco. 1-3. Adam Beaudry blew it. He actually is the man of the match for Morocco. '96th minute. He caused 2 of the Moroccan goals. He did. Can Scotland make the World Cup? Yeah. If they win out, they will. Hard luck, guys. Same as the Olympics. We won again against you. Football's not just about speed. This Moroccan team knows when to strike. There's the difference. The Olympic Moroccan team was a house of fire. This one knows when to strike, and Adam Beaudry gave him 2 goals. Morocco, USA had a lot of possession, but that didn't matter. Morocco was good behind the ball. They were good defending, and they waited for their moments. Respect. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament. And if you make the final, maybe I'll go live for that as well, depending on how good this game's video does and what else is going on that day. If the Blue Jays are playing, probably not. With that being said, 97th minute. Unless it's a late game and I could do it early like today. But either way, respect. And that's full time. Morocco wins. Oh, and by the way, Mitrovic is still a horrible manager. It's the same manager as at the Olympics. And their defense is trash. Full time, as in the USA's. Full time, 1-3, 1-3. Esta noche. Feels like USA beat USA. I agree, really. I mean, Morocco did very well, but the USA did beat the USA. It's both. Full time, 1-3, 1-3, esta noche. Morocco advanced. Marruecos avanzar de las semifinales. United States eliminado. Estados Unidos eliminado. United States eliminated. Congratulations, Felicidades Morocco. Commiserations to the United States. Felicidades, congratulations to Morocco. They will move on, and they deserve to, even though the USA did give it away. But with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And then an hour after that, we'll be live for the Toronto Blue Jays, Seattle Mariners at the Toronto Blue Jays, ALCS Game 1, and a review of that game once it's over. So we'll still be back today, but I got to get this review done. Then we'll be back live for the Blue Jays. So there you go. I'm running them out. Peace. USA, my God, there will be a hat flick if I could find the highlights. Jesus Christ, Adam. Horrible giveaway. Peace.